Hi guys and welcome. Today is Sunday, November 5th. And I had kind of an off day yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and use these die cuts that we did yesterday. And I'm going to incorporate these into my card today. Then I'll show you examples I made throughout the day yesterday. So first thing I'm going to do is, and I'm hoping I didn't double check these to make sure they were okay, I'm going to color in these holly berries with that cherry cobbler. Now realize my cherry cobbler blends is very, very old. In fact, it's so old, unfortunately I have splayed the end. So that's a reminder, you should always be using the side of your marker and not the tip. Alright, so that was cherry cobbler. I'm going to use old olive because of course everything is better with a little old olive on it. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of go in on those. You know what? I want to just do those leaves with it. I don't have a lot of greens in the blends. I don't know why. I looked for a shaded spruce. I'm like, I never ordered shaded spruce. Is it available? I'm sure it is, but sometimes with the blends, I don't really go for the darker colors just because it kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right with me. So let me go ahead for that last one. I think I'm going to use Smoky Slate on this one. Don't know how that's going to turn out. I'm just going to do it lightly around that little mark, and then maybe I'll come over with the old olive again because that'll give it a little bit of a different tone. So let's just go ahead. Oh, should I move in a little bit closer? There. Is that a little bit better to see? So see how that is? I think, let me try just one with the old olive down here and see if I like it going over it after I've had that Smoky Slate on there. It gives a little bit of a darker look, that Smoky Slate underneath. We'll go ahead and do it. I'm not a big colorer. So we'll just go ahead and maybe we'll come back through with the bullet end of this and just work on those. Those veins. Just give a little extra definition there. All right, so let's go ahead and put those off to the side. Let's see, what do I want to do next? I think since we're mostly doing cherry cobbler as well as old olive, maybe those are the two colors I'll use on my cardstock. Let me think about this. Yes, let's go ahead. Let me first, I think I'm going to bring in, that's a little dark. I don't have any Smoky Slate in that. Let me see if I have it in the top fold or the book fold. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. I use Smoky Slate a lot, apparently. And I think that's going to be not enough contrast. All right. And I know, I'll look, but I know I very rarely have old olive cardstock available because I use it all the time. I do have one top fold one. All right, old olive it is. So what we're going to do, okay, now I just mixed all my top folds with my side folds. Let me put those back up in that. All right, so for our layer down, we're going to grab out a cherry cobbler. And you know what? We're going to grab out a very vanilla also. So I'm going to figure out if I like it like that. I think I'm going to like it. Yeah, I think I like it a little bit more like that. So I'm going to put this down, but I'm going to trim this. And this I'm going to trim just a fourth. Yeah, a fourth. do a fourth on each side. Yeah, I do like that. Ooh, I might need to get a new blade in there. Yeah, I do like that. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to get another, let me see if I have one over here. Oh, I do. So I think I'm going to put my Noel on there. Would help if I had nails. Alright, so I'm going to put the Noel on there. I think that end upside down. Looks better that way. Alright, so I'm going to put that on there. Now what do I want to do here? Because I think I'll put some of these little, I love these little sprigs. Do I just want to try to figure out if I want to emboss underneath here? I think I will. I think I'll emboss really quick. Let me just put that over there. Grab out whichever one I'm grabbing out. Let's see. I don't think I want fern. I'm going to try this from the basics. How about that? So let's go ahead and get that ready to go. Bring out, oh, everything's going to fall down. I use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine as a paperweight a lot. Hopefully I don't lose any of those fun little cuts to the bottom of my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Alright, grab out, this is your 4, because when you use a 3D embossing folder, you use platform 1 and 4. That's all you use. So we're going to go ahead, make sure your binding is at the top, Stampin' Up! It should be the last thing that goes through. Because if not, you run the risk of potentially cracking your embossing folder. Not saying it's going to happen, but it could. Let me set this over here. Let me bring this up quietly. Make sure I have, oh my gosh, I have a screw coming loose. Who figured? Go figure. I have a screw loose. Alright, let's go ahead, bring this off my side table. Alright, there we go. I like that. It's just a little bit, don't know if you can even really tell, just a little bit of texture. But I can tell it's there. I'm wondering here. I usually don't do this because it takes a while. I'm going to try just lightly going over some of that pattern. There, and I don't want it to make it too solid. I want it to look kind of random. There we go. Sorry, and that Joy is right by the microphone. See, that's just giving it just a little bit of background look. Alright, let's start putting this together. Now, yes, if you wanted to, this is going to be wasteful. I usually, if I'm using white or vanilla as a layer, I usually do cutouts from in between, but I'm not going to waste your time with that right now. But yeah, usually I would do that. I would go in there and cut that out. Conserve cardstock. Not like I don't have a buttload. I'm sorry, a lot around my house. Sorry, didn't mean to offend you by saying that. Alright, make sure I have it the right way here. Have that down. Yeah, I know. I usually, after I've run it through an embossing folder, I usually don't use my seal on it, but I took a chance and it worked out okay. Alright. I'm going to actually glue this down just because we have grooves now in that cardstock underneath, and I want the glue to really kind of seep down and really attach itself. So we're going to go like that. Let's bring this over here. Oh, I wonder if I have enough time. Probably do. I want to get it a little more angled like that. Oh, sorry, my nose is really running right now. Alright, so I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to leave a very, I think I want, do I want to brush the edges? You know what, let me just grab my cherry cobbler. And I'll just quickly dink the edges in. Now remember, if you go straight up and down, you're going to get a very thin line. If you angle it like that, you're going to get more of, you know, kind of like when you have an old book and the pages get yellowed, weathered on the very edge. So that's what that is going to look like. And I am going to pop this up. So let's go ahead though and figure out our letters. Get some glue on there, and this is just the green glue and a precision tip dispenser. Now yes, I'm doing vanilla on vanilla, I realize that, but then again, that's going to make your words really pop out, because you're not going to be seeing, like here you see the edge, here you're not going to see it. So I mean, you will, but you won't. Oh, let me put that there. I want to be able to get that E. But I don't want too much because we don't need spillage. A little bit of a, and usually I would bring out my T square, my T liner, ruler. But I know that I won't be giving this card to anyone. This will be a display card, so I'm not too worried if my letters aren't perfectly lined up. And let's, last but not least, so how is everyone doing with daylight savings times? Do you guys actually follow it? Does your state follow it? I have relatives in Arizona that don't, so they're kind of excited that daylight savings time is here, because now they're only an hour ahead of us or behind us and not 2. Especially on Friday night when we play cards online. Alright, so I'm going to pop this up. And I'm going to use my black dimensionals. Doesn't matter. Usually I'll use these if I'm using a darker cardstock, but they just happen to be on top. And they're exactly the same as the white, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to make sure I have a very fine edge all the way around. And I don't know if I want this one to go in. Not really thrilled with that one. Maybe behind here. Yeah, no, I'm not that thrilled with that, but I love this one. I was so excited this one yesterday. Oh, where's my, oh, I had it out. Did I put it away? Oh, here it is. probably should use my right hand. My left hand, I don't use it as much. Oh, and it fell off. Oh, I don't have any putty. Alright, that was funny. Just go ahead, go like that. I'll bring it down a little bit more. And then I'll do, I think, just one more. There we have the putty coming out. Always helps if you have putty. I'll go on the back side. You can always tell which side is the back side because there's a little bit of a ridge after it's been cut out with the die. Come on. Oh. Hold it down for a few seconds. I forgot that craft white is probably still a little not completely dry, so probably not good to have it right on top of that. Alright guys, you could add some extra embellishments if you wanted to there. I'm not going to. I'm going to know when to say enough is enough. So there is the card that we made. Let me go ahead and bring it out a little bit so you can see the other cards I've made. Alright. So here, just use that Oh Holy Night strip, use that stamp, that's that stamp right there, used as a little bit of a background with the white. This was the technique I showed yesterday on my Color Me Crazy video, so go on over there if you haven't seen that. This is the one, of course, I'd already shown you. This was from my Watch It Wednesday, Finish It Friday series. Again, used a lot of the stamps on there. Let's see. These were done yesterday on my Color Me Crazy series. We used Blueberry Bushel and Melon Mambo. And then this is just using the designer series paper, Oh Holy Night, and using that die cut. So I cut out 10 different, well, it was 5 colors, but it was second generation, a lot of them. So that's how you'll see this, but it's different colors then mixed in, and just letting that designer series paper be the star. All right, there you are, guys. Thanks for joining me. Give me a thumbs up. Share my video with your friends and other on your social platforms. And as always, have a great weekend and be safe in the upcoming week. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye for now.